time to make your stand and decide. Are you going to be the predator or are you going to be the prey? Most, by default, will remain the prey. The only way you're going to be a predator is if you stand up and decide you're going to be a predator and do something about it. Otherwise, you will continue as prey. That is default. Most people are happily defaulted at the prey level. So that's where we're at. Decide. Just don't think about it. Just do it. And you have to do something about it. You have to do something. You have to get off your ass and you have to do something about it. It doesn't just happen. Nothing just happens. You have to have the intent. You have to put forth the effort to do it. Now, it's really simple to see how everything's ramping up around you. Everything is going along with the agenda. And instead of taking all this time trying to fit all the pieces together to understand why, let me put it to you this way. Will you ever understand, even people that you know really well, why they have done something? No. You won't know exactly why anybody does anything. Everybody has their own way of seeing things, and they have their own perspective. And since you have not lived in their shoes for as long as they have, you will not understand why they do what they do every time. So you're wasting your time spinning your wheels trying to understand everything because it's impossible. That is part of the spider web. It snares you into this web of, I got to understand how this works, or I got to know how this works. It doesn't really matter. If you understand the whole concept, and if you understand where everything is going, that's what you need to do. You need to act upon that. I have freely and openly given up my plan, my solution. If you decide you want to do it your own way, then you better have a plan and start acting on it. If not, I've made one available. I've been talking about it for 6 months now because that's what I'm working on. Most people believe or say they have something, but I haven't heard anything of sustenance that I know for a fact that works. So, if you're going to do something, have a plan. And now is the time, because the other side won't wait for you to come up with something. They're going to keep going. Their train is moving along and it's heavy. You're not going to run in front of that train and stop it. You're not going to come up with the magic word or spell that's going to stop it. There's a lot of moving parts within their system. And you could potentially slow one of those moving pieces down, but the rest of the infrastructure is going to keep moving ahead. You are not going to stop it unless you deal with it at the source. You have to cut off the head of this snake. I mean, that's what it comes down to. We are in a situation where you've got multifaceted system that a lot of people and a lot of non-people are working on. So you, one person, going after the tail end of something is not going to have an effect on it. What's happening is we're chasing the tail of something that already happened, while they're thousands of miles ahead having other things that are happening that you're not even aware of because you're too hyper-focused on the shiny objects that happened 5 years ago or 20 years ago or 30 years ago. You're still trying to prove something. You can prove all you want. Proving something doesn't do anything because nobody is going to pay for it, number one. And number two is because there's already other things that are happening right now. By focusing on the past, you're missing everything that's happening in the present. And the present is what matters. This agenda waits for no one. This agenda will run your ass over. That's what it's meant to do. It's the snowball rolling. And that's what it's all about. It doesn't matter if you uncover these secrets, because nobody gives a shit. They really don't. Even if you could prove it, most people probably are like, oh, maybe you get people, oh yeah, that's terrible. That's terrible. Who's going to do something about it? There you go. You're just showing people more problems. Uncovering problems is not the same as a solution and a plan, because that's what's needed now. We need solutions and plans and people working on them, because if nobody works towards a goal, then it's never going to happen. This is where we are right now. We are in the middle of a huge war. And most people are just looking around going, well, I got to figure this out. I got to understand what's going on. I got to do this. I got to do that. Well, how long do you think you have? And how long do you think it's going to take when you're spending maybe a few hours at a time, or an hour a week, or 15 minutes a day? Really, you have to think about it. The other side never stops. They never pause. Like I said, they're a locomotive train moving on the tracks, top speed. They never slow down. They don't wait for anybody. And they mow everyone's ass over all the time. So, understanding what's going on the other side is pretty pertinent. Or understanding the fact that the enemy that you are battling is multifaceted and very, very strong and cunning. So, baby steps and little things are like trying to take down a whale with toothpicks. 1 or 2 toothpicks. Or killer whale or whatever. That's what's happening. People are underestimating what we're up against, thinking they have all the time in the world to do it. And, well, I'm just going to check this out. I'm going to do this. I'm going to do that. In the meantime, you're getting mowed over. And you don't even realize it. Most people don't realize the level of how strongly our asses are being mowed over every day. Things are being taken from us. And you're just now beginning to see most of it physically. If you wait till it's physically rendered, it's physically produced, then that's the end portion of it. The planning stages are way before that. It might be decades from the planning until the actual direction of it, or the physicality of it. But this is where we're at. We're so far behind. You can't wait until something happens to react to it. You have to think ahead. You have to be in front of it. And in order to be in front of it, you have to understand how it works. But you can't understand it unless you can face it, unless you're willing to face it, unless you put forth the effort and the drive to face it. Otherwise, it's going to be nothing more than you're going to get the same shit as you've always gotten. It's always going to be that way. You're going to eat the same shit sandwich, no bread. That's how it is. So really, put forth the effort and see what you can do. Because you won't know what you can do until you put forth that effort to see what you can do.